Hi, Dr. Lander. This is Sonja Sifner. I'm going to record my presentation for the process improvement project, and then I will also send you my PowerPoint with the notes in it. So I want to start off with saying that the company I used for this project is an electronic company. They specialized in making electronics, and this problem was specific to a very popular headphones that they sell. After doing some analysis, we identified that demand was not being met and that a lot of customers were not happy about that. After further research, we identified that the problem actually came from our operations department. They were not using correct forecasting methods, and they were not ordering materials on time, which caused us to not be able to create the product on time. So a lot of our orders were either canceled or they were delayed, which caused frustration with our customers. The stakeholders that are affected, I made a list of them. The first one is, of course, our shareholders. Our stock went down, and our shareholders were losing money, so they were definitely not happy with that. Also, another part of our organization, which is top management and their employees, were affected by this as well. Top managers could not meet the demands, which looked bad on their quarterly reviews. Employees were not happy because they were not meeting their goals when it comes to their jobs. Our vendors are also one of our stakeholders, just because even though the problem was not with them not delivering on time, they were still frustrated with us when we put in an order for more supplies than they were expecting, and they were starting to lose trust in us as a company, and were thinking that we might cause them problems in the future. And then, of course, our customers, which we care about a lot, they were affected. They couldn't get their orders on time, especially when it's, let's say, a birthday or it's a holiday and they want to get their product on time. Sometimes they would cancel the orders. Sometimes they would call into our customer service and complain. But by all means, they were not happy, and we were losing some of the customers and kind of putting our reputation on the line. The project planning had a lot of steps, and I will go over each one. The very first one was, of course, to identify the problem. So we used data mining, which is a tool that allows us to collect the past data and analyze it and identify where exactly is the problem. So after using that tool, we identified that we are short when it comes to ordering supplies, which we initially suspected was our problem. The next tool that we used was the RFID real-time monitoring tool. This tool actually allows us to monitor the supply chain as it happens and identify the problem in real time. This was really, really helpful for us because we didn't have to wait for the whole supply chain process to be done and then have to go back and analyze it and see where the problem was. This way, with the RFID tool, we could literally monitor it real time and know exactly where the problem was. We also implemented the EOQ, which is a great tool that shows us how we can better manage supply and better meet our demand. The one tool that we did not utilize was SWOT. And the reason why we opted out of that is because SWOT is a tool that will help compare our company with our competitors and see how we're doing compared to their results. The reason why we didn't use them is because we feel that the problem is within the company and within the supply chain, and that we're not necessarily not competitive with other companies. We just need to fix the problem on our end and meet the demand, and that way we should be right on par with everybody else. As far as the business functions go, Managers of the supply chain departments will immediately be affected by this change because obviously they have to learn the new process. They have to be familiar with everything that needs to be done. And then they need to train their employees that work on the supply chain with the new processes that we're going to implement so that hopefully we can get rid of this problem. The operations department is also going to be affected, and they will get new tools on how to forecast the demand, and they will also be accountable for ordering supplies on time. So they will definitely see the impact of these changes that we're making. Our technical support, of course, would also be involved because they're going to have to help us implement these new tools that we just went over. And then in order to be successful in this project, we are planning on creating deadlines for every department involved. And those deadlines will have to be met. If there's a problem, we will want them to communicate the problem to us right away so that we can find a solution, or at least everybody can be aware that something is wrong and that we need to focus on that. My last bullet point there on this slide is communication. And I think that is very, very important. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. We need to be able to communicate with each other, communicate with the department, communicate with the leaders, the managers, anybody who is involved. I encourage all of you to just pass on whatever you think needs to be communicated. If there's a problem, if you think there's going to be a problem, please don't be afraid to reach out. It doesn't matter what it is. We are really open to communications. We want to hear back from you because we know you are our number one and you are very, very important for us to be able to complete this project successfully. As far as the timeline, we think that we can complete this in 6 months. And yes, we're being optimistic because we're an awesome company. And I strongly believe that we can do this. In the first month, we're going to take our time to communicate the project to upper leadership and the board, of course. And then we're also going to involve finance to make sure that we have the budget to implement the new tools and to proceed with the project. In the months following that, which is going to be about 3 months, we're going to utilize our new tools, which I'm super excited about, and we're going to roll out proper training. So don't be afraid that you're just going to see these new tools and not know how to use them. We will definitely make sure that we have proper training and that you're trained on all of them so that you're confident when you're doing your job. And then the last 2 months, we're going to utilize the EOQ, of course, to see how our demand is and what the need is. That way, hopefully, we can be right on track and meet our demand every single month. For communication plan, we plan on do a formal communication and a presentation to the leadership team. We're going to pretty much run over every single change that we're going to do. We're going to let them know what the problem was in the beginning and make sure that they're comfortable with the steps that we're going to take. The informal communication will be done between the departments that are going to be involved in this project. We're going to meet with them, give them a handout of what caused the problem, what solutions we're proposing, and what we expect to get out of the project. I also want us to do a town hall meeting. We have these every quarter with our CEO, and I think that would be a great chance to do a presentation where we can go over the supply chain changes and all of the employees can come and have a chance to ask any questions. Sometimes we have employees who are too busy to attend team meetings, or sometimes we have employees who are not directly impacted by this project right away, but might have questions as to why we're doing this and what we're trying to accomplish. So I would love to have a town hall meeting where our employees can freely ask any questions and we can address them there and make sure everybody's on the same page. After this, we also plan on doing formal communications to our suppliers and vendors. We're going to advise them that we have a new process in place, that we shouldn't have any issues ordering supplies on time, and that they can trust us, and we're trying to build a better relationship with them and eliminate these problems going forward. Lastly, I do want us to have a public statement made to our customers and the rest of our stakeholders. I want the customers to trust us again. I want them to know that yes, even though we have a problem, we are openly telling you that we identified the problem. We're not hiding behind it. We are investing in tools that will help us solve this problem, and we are doing everything we can to make their experience as best as it can be with us, to meet their demands, and to make sure that they're happy with our company. Lastly, for evaluating how our project is going, we're going to do surveys to our customers. And I think a great way of doing it, because we have a lot of orders that come through online through our customer service department, we can have a survey which a customer can either choose to participate in or not. But if they do, we can ask the customer, how was your experience? How do you feel about the product? Do you feel comfortable ordering with us? Are you happy with how the company is doing business now? I think this is a great tool where we can get direct feedback from the customers, who are the people that are purchasing our product. Also, we're going to do data collection going forward and analyze that data collection. So what we're going to do is every month we're going to collect the data. We're going to compare the demand with supply, make sure that it's being met and that there are not any problems. I also plan on having monthly meetings with the managers just to go over those reports and data that we collected. I'm hoping we're not going to have any issues, but if there are any, we can address them right away. I really believe that doing monthly meetings, while that can be somewhat demanding because we're all busy, this is a big issue for our company. We want to make sure that we're meeting our customers' needs. I think monthly meetings will really, really help us to be on the same page and hold everybody accountable for the results of their department. And then I'm also hoping that we're going to see good revenue. We're going to review the revenue reports, and we can specifically target our product and see, how are we doing? Are we earning more money? Are we not earning more money? Do we see an increase in revenue because more customers are ordering our products? I think this is going to be really good because it will show it in money terms as to how well we're doing. And then lastly, I want to say I would do monthly meetings for a whole year, and then probably another year of just keeping track of the project, monitoring the process, and making sure that everything is running smoothly. Lastly, I just want to say I really believe in this project. I believe in our employees. I believe in our company. And I think that we together can do a great job and make our customers very, very happy with us.